Well, hello everyone. I'm Peerless Drew, and I'm here to talk about toy robots and whatnot. Last week we skipped the live stream. It's not a long discussion. It was, at the time, the lovely and very purple Cyclion. Apparently it's from a company... I forgot the lore. Big Smile Company is apparently an established player in, like, the Gundam world or something. It's an interesting figure. It transforms, kind of. It's got a real nice finish to it. Doesn't come across on this camera very good, but in the stop motion you can see that it's a very sparkly purple finish. It's got a bit of die cast here and there, and it's a lovely little figure. You have to switch out the hands to get it to hold the swords. So that does have its limitations, but we can put the swords in on the arms for storage. And then I probably just won't switch out the hands, but she has closed hands and she also has like splayed out hands. You can see both sets of hands if you pause or single frame through the stop motion at the right moments. Mine has a bit of a flaw. The right hand, foot peg / heel is very stiff, and the left hand one is very loose. And it seems like it gets looser and looser, I think. So it's not pinned very well, or the material it got pinned into has become damaged. It's kind of a limitation. The thing does come with, because the feet are so small, it doesn't stand very easily. So it does come with a little stand that relies on at least one of the heels being sturdy. But it's just a little round stand the heel fits into. It does make her kind of lopsided because one foot is, 2 millimeters taller than the other foot. But you can find ways to compensate for it and change her pose. But it does help her stand a little bit to have her foot in that. But it's still not perfect because, she's very top heavy for the size of her feet. Transformation is as stone simple as you thought when you saw the video, but we're just sliding this out and turning it. It does kind of capture, which is nice. This can come off. These could theoretically come off, but they're really kind of popped in there. So I don't think you can take them out very easily, but there's like a mushroom peg popped in there. And I think you could damage it trying to unpop that. But if you wanted the figure to be a little more streamlined and not have a bunch of wheels all over it, this one's removable. The other one's questionable. It is secured with a magnet in the middle. There's a magnet in the middle of each one, so when they face each other, they stick. In my case, when I first got it, I noticed that on one side there was like a screw that I could see, and on the other side the magnet was sticking out, and of course that meant the magnet from one side had remained stuck to the magnet on the other side. It had come unglued. So I re-glued it. You just have to be careful with magnets like these, or when it's a magnet clasp, because the magnets have a direction. These are flat magnets, so it's not like north-south, it's north-south. You just have to make sure that you're keeping the magnet oriented properly so that it'll actually stick instead of repel when you re-glue it back in. To take the arms and put them back, you flip down the chest, you flip the head, or the sort of the hair, you flip that up like that, and then you flip this whole thing over and then capture it right there. You put this back on because it fell off. You can pull out the handlebars, and the arms just kind of, like, one of the weaker points of the transformation is the arms just kind of go, You just kind of fold them over or whatever. We open up the panels on the fronts of the legs, releasing the inner leg structure that we have. We can reclose those panels once they're clear. The legs kind of go into these little holsters, captures them, and then you can bring the thighs back together. And again, you have that magnetic clasp on the wheel. It's not perfect, but it's kind of there. And then you fold the leg and you flip out the foot peg to the side, point the toe, and that's, it's kind of a motorcycle. It's a weird design, and as one commenter pointed out, it kind of looks like she's riding herself. But it is a cool little piece, and not too bad. My exposure is a little dim. But she's kind of a cool figure. Not terribly expensive, and like I said, it has the die cast and the nice finish to it. And I don't know. I got it kind of just, I was like, it's kind of cool. Of course, we discussed Fuzz a couple of weeks ago when I first got him. I don't know that there's much to add. I did emphasize the importance of, when you go to vehicle mode, making sure that you get these faux halves of the windshield actually rotated around, and there's like tabs under the center half that go into the tab slots on top of this. And that was really the key thing to making sure everything's lined up for getting the arms put away. But I did go over that a couple of weeks ago, so there's not much to say about him unless anyone has any specific questions about him. We don't have any chat at all, so I don't know why I do this. And then in other news, received this today. I don't know if I'll shoot it or not. Almost got Inception there. But I pick these up once in a while because I think they're kind of cool. I did like GoBots when I was a kid. GoBots were pretty cool. A lot of times they were more complicated than the Transformers. Certainly the GoBots were more complicated than the equivalently sized Transformers, the mini-bots. Because, the mini-bot Transformers were pretty much like you pull out the legs and fold it up, and it was very simple. Whereas the GoBots were actually, in some cases, very clever and very complicated. Obviously, this sort of masterpiece-style GoBot is more complicated. I do have a Cyclion, one of these. I have the Leader 1, the F-15 jet leader of the good GoBots. I picked up the Train GoBot. I have that, and so this is my fourth GoBot from Machine Robo. It might even be somewhat, I don't know. It also says it's Action Toys, so it's kind of hard to tell who the maker of these is. We'll do an impromptu unboxing because I'm going to unbox it anyway. So I'm going to open the lid and we'll slide out the figure. All the more recent figures come with like this elaborate sort of stand that in this case will probably just stay in the box. I'm not quite sure why they come with such an elaborate stand, but it comes with all kinds of options, and you could probably use it for other stuff too. But for some reason these come with like a crazy stand. So I'll pull out the stand bit, but it's like strangely elaborate. And then of course there's the figure itself. For some reason the tape is still stuck. Maybe it had its own. No, it doesn't have its own tape. Whatever. So this thing comes with kind of a boombox weapon. It comes with some sort of adapter. Might be the adapter for the stand. And of course the figure itself. These are scaled a little smaller than like MP figures. But I don't know. I thought he looked kind of cool. And maybe I'll shoot him if I really like the way it transforms. I didn't get this for any kind of deal or discount or anything, so it's kind of my own side project. I just thought it'd be cool. Another thing I picked up that for some reason I just kind of stupidly failed to ship the fast way. So it's not going to show up until like Friday, or if all else fails, Saturday, I hope. But I did pick up Fans Toys Phoenix. So this weekend I will be shooting, unless something goes wrong and it doesn't get delivered. But this weekend I would be shooting Fans Toys Phoenix. That would be on YouTube next weekend. Last weekend I shot KFC Transistor, their version of Blaster. And that will be on YouTube this weekend. It's already on Locals. If anyone wants to pay $2 a month to get the videos a week early, then that's your big opportunity. Hopefully all 4 of you have gotten that message loud and clear. There's no chat. I don't know if... Did I not turn on the chat? I don't know what's wrong. I am sorry. Live chat is enabled, so I guess just nobody has anything to say. Well, anyway, that's my miserable live stream. Next week's live stream will feature KFC Blaster, their Transistor. And the following week, the live stream would feature Fans Toys Phoenix. Only the second Fans Toys I've ever bought. It doesn't look like it's as stupid as some of their other designs. I guess there's nothing else to say. Everyone have a good weekend. Have a good life. I'll see you later.